Okay, so myself, Manoranjan Kumar, an assistant professor in Agriculture Department of Suresh Gyan Vihar University. So today in this video lecture, we will discuss about the fuel supply system of IC engine. So in the last few classes, we have seen that in an IC engine, IC means internal combustion engine. So in an IC engine, for efficient working of the engine, there is a need of some system, like there is a need of air supply system to give the clean air to the engine so that combustion may take place. The lubrication system to provide the lubricating oil to different part of the IC engine so that the friction between the different parts may reduce. Okay, and your engine may protect from more wear and tear. Also, the other systems are the water cooling system. So water cooling system will cool down the engine cylinder because during the combustion process, the temperature of engine cylinder becomes 3000 to 4000 degrees centigrade, and at that temperature, the component of the engine may melt down. Okay, so to protect the engine cylinder from melting, the cooling system is provided. Okay, so similarly, there is a fuel supply system because if there is no fuel, then your engine will not work. But question is that how this fuel is supplied to the engine cylinder from the tank. Okay, so fuel may be used as a petrol, as a kerosene, as a diesel. Okay, depending upon the different types of engine. Okay, so how this fuel is supplied to the cylinder where combustion is taking place from the tank. Okay, so today we will discuss about these things. So for at the end of this lecture, the students will able to know the fuel supply system in petrol engine, basically petrol engine and diesel engine. Here we will consider. So how the fuel supply takes place in the petrol engine, their mechanism and their construction. Here we will see. And similarly, in the diesel engine, how this supply of the fuel is takes place. Okay, so this is the learning outcome. After this class, the students will able to know about this thing. So for this lecture, the students can refer these books for their more study. Uh, like first book, Practical Manual on Farm Machinery and Power, written by Manoranjan Kumar and Angelo Francis Dennis. Uh, this book you can purchase from Amazon. So this book, this book is based on the fifth Green Committee report, and this is very useful books for the BSc Agriculture students. The other books are Element of Agriculture Engineering by Jagdishwar Sahai. This is also a one good book. Principle of Agriculture Engineering by Michael N. Ojha, and Farm Machinery and Power. This is also based on the fifth Green Committee syllabus, Engineer Sanjay Kumar. Okay, so these are the books you can refer for this topic. Okay, so let us start our topic, fuel supply system. So before starting the supply, how the fuel is supplied, before that we should know what is the fuel. So fuel means fuel is a substance which is consumed by the engine for what purpose? To produce power. Okay. The common fuel for internal combustion engine, which are nowadays used, is petrol, power kerosene, and high speed diesel. These are the three main fuels which are used in internal combustion engine. And if we see the calorific value of this fuel, then we can say the out of this fuel, the more calorific value of petrol is there. Okay, petrol has more calorific value, around 11,100 kilocalorie per kg. So what is the meaning of this calorific value? Calorific value of fuel means this is the heat liberated, means energy liberated by combustion of a fuel per kg. Okay, so in 1 kg of a particular fuel, how much heat they can liberate? This is calorific value. Okay, so here some data is given like light diesel oil. It has calorific value of about 10,300 kilocalorie per kg. In 1 kg, the light diesel oil will produce 10,300 kilocalorie energy. Whereas the high speed diesel oil, it can produce 10,550 kilocalorie in 1 kg. Okay. Whereas the power kerosene, it will give 10,850 kilocalorie per kg. Okay. Whereas petrol, 1 kg petrol, how much energy it will give? 11,100. So here we can see the petrol has high calorific value. Means petrol will produce more power if we burn 1 kg of petrol. Okay. Now we have seen there are two types of engine, petrol, a spark ignition engine and compression engine. A spark ignition engine, generally this is a petrol engine, and compression engine is it is a diesel engine. So first we will see the how the fuel is supplied in a spark ignition engine. Okay, how the fuel is transported, how the fuel is supplied from the tank to the engine cylinder. Okay, so here you can see this is a picture of some fuel supply system in a spark ignition engine. Here this is a tank in which the petrol will be kept. Okay, and after that there will be the sediment bowl. Here you can see this is the sediment bowl. Okay, okay. So this is the sediment ball. The purpose of this sediment ball, what happens is what happens in the petrol, some foreign materials may also present. Okay, so you have to remove out that foreign material from this fuel. Okay, otherwise your cylinder will be choked, your engine will be choked. So for that purpose, this sediment ball is provided. So what sediment balls do? A sediment ball prevent the foreign material from reaching inside the fuel line. Okay. So here bigger the heavy material will be settled down at the bottom, and clean petrol will passes will go forward. Okay, so from here the petrol will go from to this line and it will go to the carburetor. Okay, so in a spark ignition engine, carburetor is present. So purpose of this carburetor is to mix the fuel and air from where the fuel is coming from the tank, but from here the air will become. So air is coming from the air filter. Here you can see from this is the carburetor, and from this side the petrol is coming. Okay, and from this side here this is the air filter, air filter, air cleaner is there. Okay, this is the inlet of that air cleaner. So here atmospheric air will come. Okay, and when that atmospheric air will enter into this air cleaner, then this air cleaner will capture the impurities present in that atmospheric air, and it will supply the clean air to this carburetor. Okay, since in the atmospheric air many impurities are present. Okay, so you have to remove that impurities present in the air. Otherwise, if you don't remove that air impurities, then what happens? Your engine will be choked. Okay, so from this side, the clean air is coming to the carburetor, and from this side, the clean petrol is coming to this carburetor. Okay, and here this fuel and air come and mix together. Okay, after mixing the air and petrol, that mixture will go into the engine cylinder. Here you can see this is known as the engine manifold. Okay, inlet manifold you can say. So here you can see there are four cylinders: one cylinder, two cylinder, three cylinder, four cylinder. Okay, and in each cylinder you can see there are two valves also present. Here, the blank in each cylinder you can see this is the blank and this is the dotted type. Here you can see this is the blank, this is the dotted. Here in this cylinder you can see this is the blank and this is the dotted. Okay. So similarly in the fourth cylinder also this is the blank and this is the dotted. Okay. So this blank structure is nothing but this is the inlet manifold. Here inlet valve will be there. Okay, and this dotted means after burning of the gases, the burnt gases will go out from this engine cylinder to the environment. Okay, so in each cylinder you can see here, this is the inlet, this is the inlet, this is the exhaust, this is the inlet, this is the exhaust, this is the inlet, this is the exhaust, this is the inlet, and this is the exhaust. Okay, so I was talking about the clean air, a mixture of air fuel. Okay, so this mixture, air fuel mixture, will come and it will go to the engine cylinder when the inlet valve will open. Okay, so from this way, when inlet valve is open, then air fuel mixture will go enter in the engine cylinder, in the combustion chamber of the engine cylinder. Okay, and here the spark plug will ignite this mixture and ignition will take place. Combustion will take place. And after the combustion, the burnt air and fuel mixture, that burnt gases will go out from the each cylinder to this exhaust valve. Okay, so from this cylinder, the exhaust gases will go and come here in the exhaust manifold. From here also, second cylinder also, the burnt gases will come and come here. Okay, so in combined form, all the burnt gases from each cylinder will come collected here, and it will go through this muffler to the outside. Here this muffler is provided so that the noise can be minimized. Okay, so this is the process of this fuel supply system in a spark ignition engine. Okay, so let us see what are the different components of this fuel supply system in a spark ignition engine. Here, the first component is the fuel tank. Here you can see this is the fuel tank. The purpose of this tank is to a storage of the fuel, a storage tank for the fuel. Okay. Second component is sediment ball. Just below this is the sediment ball. Okay. The purpose of this sediment ball is it will prevent the foreign material present in the petrol, present in the fuel. So it will prevent that foreign material from reaching inside the fuel line. Okay. After that, there will be the fuel filter. Okay. So fuel filter, after the sediment ball, there will be the fuel filter. So the purpose of this fuel filter, in the sediment ball, the lighter material, lighter impurities will not be moved. Okay. So to remove the lighter impurities from that fuel, you have to place some fuel filter so that all the coarse material, water, or dust present in that petrol can be removed out. That's why this fuel filter is provided. So the purpose of this fuel filter, it will remove coarse material, water present in the petrol, or dust present in the petrol. Okay, so it will remove all these things and clean. After the fuel filter, the petrol will be completely clean. Okay, and that clean petrol will go further. Okay, so after that, that petrol will come in the fuel lift pump. Okay, so here you can see one fuel lift pump. Here carburetor is there. So main thing is that if the petrol tank is above the carburetor, then there is no need of fuel lift pump. The fuel will come uh, in the carburetor through gravity itself. Okay, but in the case if the carburetor is above the petrol tank, or in other words, you can say if the petrol tank is below the carburetor, in that case, you need some pump to pump the petrol to the carburetor. Okay, so this fuel lift pump, it is used to transfer fuel from fuel tank to the carburetor. Okay, now the fourth component of this fuel supply system is the carburetor. Carburetor is one of the most important parts of this spark ignition engine. And this is the part which differentiates the petrol engine to the diesel engine. Okay, in the diesel engine, carburetor is not present. In the petrol engine, carburetor is present. Okay. So what is the purpose of carburetor? So carburetor, in the carburetor, the air and fuel mixture will be prepared away from the cylinder. Here cylinder is there, and here this mixture of air and fuel will be prepared. Air will coming from this side to the filter, and fuel will coming from this side. Okay, and mixing of that air and petrol will take place in the carburetor. Okay, so what are the function of the carburetor? The main function of carburetor is first to mix the air and fuel thoroughly. Okay, second function of this carburetor is to atomize the fuel. So what is the meaning of atomize? Atomize means it will break the molecules of petrol or mixture in very atomized form, in very minute form. Okay, so what is the benefit of this atomization? If you atomize anything, then that object, that fuel, that mixture will burn very easily in comparison to uh, unatomized fuel. Okay, so atomized is beneficial. It will increase the efficiency of the burning. Okay, and this atomization will accomplished by this carburetor also. Okay, so this is the second function of carburetor, to atomize the fuel. Third function of this carburetor is to regulate the air fuel ratio at different speed and at different load also on the engine. Okay, so this is also important to you have to supply the correct ratio of air and fuel to the engine. Otherwise, knocking will take place in the engine cylinder. Okay, so always you have to supply the correct ratio of air and fuel in the engine cylinder. Okay, so this air fuel ratio is regulated by this carburetor. Okay, so these three important functions of carburetors are there. First, to mix the air and fuel thoroughly, to atomize the fuel, and to regulate the air fuel ratio at different speed and loads on the engine. Okay. Now, and a fourth function of this carburetor is to supply current amount of mixture at different speed and load. Okay, so here complete process is shown here. This is the carburetor. Okay, from this side air is coming. First air will enter into the air filter, and here unwanted material, that is the impurity present in the air, will be captured, and after this the clean air will go into the carburetor. Okay, here fuel tank is there. So the fuel tank here, some filter will be there, sediment wall will be there. So sediment wall will remove the heavier impurities present in the uh, fuel, and this lighter impurities will be removed by the some fuel filter. Other fuel filter. Okay, so after that, that clean fuel will enter into the fuel pump. Okay, so the fuel pump will pump that fuel into the carburetor. So from this side fuel is coming in the carburetor, and from this side air is coming, and in the carburetor both air and fuel will mix together, and that mixture will be supplied to the engine cylinder. Okay, so here the fuel comes from fuel tank to sediment ball, and then to the lift pump through the filter. From there, the fuel goes to the carburetor through suitable pipes. From carburetor, the fuel goes to the engine cylinder through inlet manifold of the engine. Okay. So this is the main process of fuel supply system in diesel engine. Sorry, a spark ignition engine, that is a petrol engine. Now we will see the fuel supply system in diesel engine. Here you can see, here no any carburetor is present, no spark plug will be there. So if carburetor is not present, then where air and fuel mixture will be mixed, where air and fuel mixture will be prepared. Okay, so in this case, in the diesel engine, the air and fuel mixture is prepared in the engine cylinder itself. Okay, in the petrol engine, this mixture was prepared in the outside of the engine cylinder. But in the diesel engine, this mixture will be prepared inside the engine cylinder. Okay, so how? So here you can see, in the diesel engine, through the inlet valve only air will come. Okay, and uh, diesel will be injected by the some injector is there in place of the carburetor. Some injector is there which inject the fuel to the engine cylinder at the end of the compression stroke of the engine. Okay, and when injector injects the diesel in the combustion chamber, then ignition will take place and combustion started. Okay, so here complete part of that fuel supply system in diesel engine is shown here. What are these? Here, this is the fuel, this is the diesel tank. Okay, this is the fuel tank, diesel tank. Just below this is the sediment ball. So this sediment ball will remove out the heavier particle, heavier impurities present in the diesel. Okay, and after that, that diesel will move forward. Okay, and here fuel lift pump is there. So function of this lift pump is to lift the diesel from the petrol, this diesel tank, and it will supply to the injection pump. Okay, through the filter. So after the lift pump there will be some filter. So here secondary filter is necessary because sediment bowl will capture only the heavier impurities present in the diesel. Okay, so but it will not capture the lighter impurities present in the diesel. Okay, so that lighter impurities you have to remove out. So how you can remove? So here some filter is given. Okay, so this filter will capture the lighter impurities present in the diesel. Okay, and after that, your diesel will be completely clean, and that clean diesel will go into the injection pump. Here, the injection pump is there. Okay, and from here, uh, through the injection pump, there will be some injector. Okay, so uh, there will be one injector in each cylinder. So here you can see there are four cylinders, one, two, three, four. So in the fourth cylinder, four injector will be there. Okay, so injector inject that diesel with high pressure to the chamber, to the combustion chamber. Okay, so this injector also atomize the diesel also. Okay, so atomization is necessary because it will increase the efficiency of the burning. Okay, so here from the injector, diesel will be injected and it will go into the combustion chamber. Okay, but diesel doesn't itself help in burning. So some air is needed for burning, for combustion. So air will come from this side. This is the air cleaner, and from the environment, the atmospheric air is coming, and this air cleaner will capture the impurities present in the atmospheric air, and after that, the clean air will go and it will into the combustion chamber through the inlet valve of the engine cylinder. Okay, so there are four cylinders, so four inlet valve will be there. So through that valve, clean air will enter into the combustion chamber, and from the injection pump, the diesel is coming. Okay, and when there will be the compression stroke, so at the end of the compression stroke, the injector inject the diesel into the combustion chamber, and ignition will take place, and combustion will take place, and heat will be generated, power will be generated. Okay, so this is the process of fuel supply system in diesel engine. Okay, so what are the different components there? Let us see. So first component is fuel tank, this one. So this is the storage tank for the fuel. Okay, after that, fuel lift pump, this one, fuel lift pump. The use of this fuel lift pump is to transfer the fuel from fuel tank to the fuel injection pump. Okay. Now, this is the sediment ball. The other part is the sediment ball. This one is the sediment ball. So, what is the purpose of the sediment ball? It will prevent the foreign material from reaching inside the fuel line. Okay. After that, fuel filter. Fuel filter is there. So, it will remove the coarse material, water, and dust present in the diesel. Okay, so there are two types of filter is there. One is the sediment ball and other one is the fuel filter. Sediment ball will remove the heavier material present in the diesel, whereas fuel filter will remove the lighter material present in the lighter impurities present in the diesel. Okay, after that, after the filter, the fuel will come in the injection pump. Okay, so what is the injection pump? Injection pump is nothing but it is a one type of high pressure pump. Okay, so this is the high pressure pump which supply fuel to the injector. These are the injector. Okay, now the fuel injector, this one. So this fuel injector deliver finally atomized fuel under high pressure to the combustion chamber of the engine. Okay, so these are the part of this fuel supply system in diesel engine. Okay, so what is the process? First, fuel is drawn from fuel tank by fuel lift pump, and that fuel is forced to the injection pump. Injection pump is nothing but this is the high pressure pump. Okay, through the fuel filter. So from the injection pump supplies high pressure fuel to injection nozzle, that is also known as the injector, through delivery valves and high pressure pipe. Okay. Now the fuel is injected into the combustion chamber through injection nozzle. The fuel that leaks out from the injection nozzle, because when it will injected the diesel into the combustion chamber, then some diesel may leak out. Okay, so that leaked out fuel will passes through leakage pipe and returns to the fuel tank through the overflow pipe. Okay, so there is a no wastage of that diesel or fuel. So this is the fuel supply system in diesel engine. Okay, so here let us summarize all these things. So fuel, we have seen here the definition of fuel, what do you mean by the fuel, and what are the different types of fuel available, and also we have seen the meaning of the calorific value of the fuel, and also we have seen some calorific value of some fuel, like we have seen diesel, kerosene, and petrol, and also we have seen the out of this fuel, the petrol has high calorific value. High calorific value means per kg of petrol it will release more power. Okay, so 1 kg petrol will give the more power in comparison to 1 kg diesel. Okay. Also, we have seen the fuel supply system in a spark ignition engine. How the fuel is supplied in the spark ignition engine. A spark ignition engine means the petrol engine. Okay. So main difference is that in the spark ignition engine, the for the combustion, what is needed? For the combustion, air is needed as well as fuel is needed. Without air, combustion will not take place. Okay, so in the combustion chamber, the air should be present as well as fuel should be present. So in the spark ignition engine, this air and fuel mixture is provided directly to the combustion chamber. But question is that where this mixture is prepared? So this mixture is prepared in the carburetor. In the spark ignition engine, there is a carburetor in which this mixture is prepared, and that mixture is supplied directly to the cylinder. Okay, through the inlet valve. But this is not the case in the this in the that diesel engine. Okay, in the diesel engine, no carburetor is present. Okay, but you need that air and fuel mixture in the combustion chamber. Okay, so how the air is coming and how the fuel is coming in the uh, combustion chamber of diesel engine. Okay, so in the diesel engine through inlet valve, the air is coming only, and there's some injector in the injection in the diesel engine. So through that injector, the diesel is injected in the combustion chamber, and in the combustion chamber itself, the both air and fuel will be mixed. Okay, so this is the fuel supply system in diesel engine. Now, on the basis of this lecture, there is some assignment. In this assignment, some objective question is there and some descriptive question is there. So you have to solve. So let us see what is this question. So first question is, the heat liberated by combustion of fuel is called. Heat liberated means the power produced by combustion of fuel. So what is called it is? The heat liberated by combustion of fuel is called calorific value of the fuel. Okay. The unit of calorific value, second question. The unit of calorific value of fuel is what it is called. So the unit of calorific value is kilocalorie per kg. Okay, or you can say kilojoule per kg. Joule per kg you can also say, but most uh, the unit of calorific value of fuel is kilocalorie per kg. Okay, in which type of engine? In which engine? Third question. In which engine the air fuel mixture is prepared away from the engine cylinder? Okay, where it is formed? In which type of engine? So air fuel mixture is prepared away from the cylinder in petrol engine or a spark ignition engine. Where it is from? In the carburetor. Okay, and carburetor is placed away from the engine cylinder. Okay, so in which engine air fuel mixture is prepared away from cylinder? A spark ignition engine. Okay, now fourth is, in which engine the air fuel mixture is prepared inside the cylinder? In which type of engine the air fuel mixture is prepared inside the engine cylinder? So in the correct answer is in the diesel engine. We have seen in the diesel engine, in the combustion chamber, from one side air is coming, and from the other side through the injector the fuel is coming. And in the combustion chamber, this fuel and air is preparing. Okay, and at the end of the compression stroke, that mixture is ignited and power is generated. Okay, the calorific value of petrol. We have seen the three types of three example of fuel, like diesel, kerosene, and petrol. And out of these three, petrol has high calorific value. So what is the value of this calorific value of petrol? So the exact answer is 11,100 kilocalorie per kg. Okay. If you want to convert this kilocalorie per kg to joule per kg, then you have to multiply in one calorie means 4.2 joules. So you have to multiply that by 4.2. So then it can convert into the kilojoule per kg. So this is objective question. Now come to the subjective question. The what is the calorific value of the fuel? We have seen this definition. The heat liberated by combustion of the fuel per kg is known as the calorific value of the fuel. The second question is, write down different components along with their function of fuel supply system in diesel engine. So in the diesel engine, what are those components? First, from the beginning, we have seen the fuel tank will be there, sediment bowl will be there, filter will be there, fuel pump will be there. Okay. After that, injection pump is there, and from after the injection pump, there will be injector. Okay, and this is the line of the fuel, and from the other side there will be the air filter. Okay, and from the air filter it will go inside the injection filter. Okay, and also you know the function of each component. For example, the fuel tank, a storage of the fuel, a storage of the diesel. After the sediment bowl, it will remove the heavier impurities present in the diesel. After that, fuel filter, it will remove the lighter impurities present in the diesel. Okay, and after that, we have seen the lift pump. Lift pump is necessary to lift the diesel from the diesel tank to the uh, injection pump. Okay, and other part is injection pump. Injection pump is nothing but it is the high pressure pump. So what it will do? So injection pump will supply the diesel at high pressure to the injector. Okay, and what is the function of injector? Injector will atomize the diesel into small molecules. Okay, so injector supply atomize this fuel. So if the fuel is atomized, then uh, it will easily burn in the combustion chamber. Okay, and injector supply that diesel into the combustion chamber. Okay, and other side is the fuel filter, air filter. So air filter will filter out the atmospheric air, and clean air will enter into the combustion chamber of the engine cylinder through inlet valve. So these are the components of this diesel engine. Write down different components along with their function of fuel supply system in petrol engine. So what are those components in petrol engine? Let us see from the beginning. First will be the fuel tank, means petrol tank. After that, there will be the sediment bowl. After the sediment bowl, there will be fuel filter. Okay. After the fuel filter, there will be carburetor. Okay, and from the carburetor, the what are the components? it will go to the combustion chamber. Okay, and from the other side, air filter will be there. So what are the function of all these things? The function of tank is petrol tank is to store the petrol, the sediment ball. It will remove out the heavier particle, the fuel filter. It will remove out the lighter impurities present in the petrol. Okay. After that, there will be the carburetor. Okay. So in the carburetor, uh, air and fuel mixture will be prepared. Okay, and also the other function of carburetor is to atomize this mixture. Okay, so these are the function of carburetor, and from the carburetor this mixture will go into the engine cylinder for combustion. Okay, and combustion will started with the help of the spark plug in the petrol engine. Okay, so these are the main component and function of the fuel supply system in petrol engine. Now what is the carburetor and what are its functions? Okay, so carburetor is a device in which the air and fuel mixture is prepared. And what are its functions? You have seen it regulates the air fuel mixture. It will regulate the air fuel mixture ratio. Okay. Also, uh, it is used to prepare the air fuel mixture. Okay. And the third function is it is used to these are the function of carburetor to mix the air and fuel thoroughly, to atomize the fuel, to regulate the air-fuel ratio at different speed and loads on the engine, and to supply correct amount of mixture at different speed and load. Okay, so these are some assignments based on this topic. Okay, so this topic, so this is fuel supply system. In the next lecture, we will see the lubrication system, how the lubricating oil go into the different parts of the engine cylinder. We will see in the next lecture. Okay, so this is for today's class.